live now or no?
We are live. We do a little sound check. Wait for some folks to join us.
How can you tell how well they can hear us?
I'm gonna click the link we posted and see. Hello?
Sorry, my nose is too.
Sounds pretty good for a computer microphone. Okay, cool. Sound good. Thank you, Eddie. Eddie, my man, our first viewer. Top fan badge goes to Eddie Green. So we're gonna hang out for a minute or two, and see if anybody else wants to jump in.
Probably just Eddie.
Literally our first live stream ever.
Oh, here comes the dogs and your dad.
My dad's about to run
Dad
it.
can say hey.
Everybody, let's go. We got 3, 1, 30.
Doggies.
Come on.
Outside.
There's Josh's dad back there.
Go. Come on. Come on. Donnie. Come on. Come on. Boo. Come on.
You're live on the internet right now, by the way.
Cool.
So don't say anything you don't want them to know.
Oh, I don't care. They don't know me.
You can say hi.
Who is it?
Just Eddie right now.
Hi, Eddie.
Gotta start somewhere.
So for future viewers, this is unrehearsed, unplanned.
Where do you tell or who's actually watching?
Up here you can see the likes, and then that's
So
Eddie.
both is probably Eddie.
That's
the likes
definitely both Eddie. Eddie, did you like it too? Eddie's gonna go live at 7:30. We'll probably check your stuff out after this.
We're currently in the middle of building our new TV stand.
So it's a nice break from
Well, he's building our TV stand.
Got it off of Wayfair, not Spawn. Jacket on you.
I picked it out. I really like it. It's really cute. Oh, it's a little chilly out here.
This episode is brought to you by Duncan. Not really.
Yeah, not really. Or Disney Cruise Line.
Yeah, really. I wish.
Who are you talking to? You see yourself.
It's
Anybody-
whispering no one can hear him.
We have a chat on this side, so anybody that tunes in can talk.
What does that mean?
That's Josh.
What does that
Hey,
mean?
Josh.
What is what he said? What does that mean?
I'll explain later.
Okay, so you're looking at yourself talking to other people.
Yeah. Well, we have to see what we're broadcasting. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about this thing.
We're explaining things to my father right now.
How does YouTube work?
No.
Okay, so we're up to 3 viewers. See if we can get to 5. Love that guy. Eddie says he loves you.
What does that mean? Can you just tell me now? Because now I'm gonna wonder the whole entire time.
It's a joke.
Can you tell me in my ear?
Like since I'm wearing this jacket, someone's
No. That's stupid. Oh, sorry, Josh. Not calling you stupid.
one side.
It's cold.
It is cold.
You're doing shots.
He's literally whispering. He's like, "You should do this
Can you hear me?
inside. It's cold."
That's why we came inside.
Probably.
I want to echo through the house.
Good. Negative.
This is not going anywhere.
We got a little hangout. I don't know who number 3 is. We got somebody watching though.
I don't know.
Feel free to comment in I'm pointing. You can't see it. Comment in the chat if you're watching.
He put same, explain.
He was telling me to explain to you.
Oh,
No, he explained it to me in my ear.
She gets it now.
I guess, kind of, not really. Sorry if you guys can hear a bunch of cars behind us. Our house is near the highway, so.
Sitting in our beautiful backyard.
That's okay.
Let's get one more dog in and then we'll start our conversation.
Kobe! Kobe in! Kobe! Come on! Jump! Good boy.
Too much.
Oh, right.
All right.
Oh, no.
Want to put them on?
The floor's gonna look very dirty.
Walk
I'm
around.
watching. Dave is watching. Cam is watching.
Oh, Eddie can see everybody that's watching. Thanks
Like-
for the scoop, Eddie. Okay.
Like Dave and Pam from your work.
Yeah. So dogs are in. That was unexpected. Like literally right as we started, all the dogs came out.
Yeah,
So
sorry about
anyway,
that.
the discussion tonight is the last things we got to do before all this stuff, and by all this stuff I mean COVID, started in Florida. Since we go to the parks virtually every Sunday, we're going to talk about the last things we got to do, and then we're going to also discuss the first things we want to do when we finally get to go back, which is hopefully sometime in June, hopefully early June. When do you think we'll go back or get to go back?
Maybe by July.
July?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I hope it's June. Like if they open it up like June 1st, I don't even know the date of that, but we probably won't go the very first day, but we will definitely be there. If it's like the first 2 weeks or so, we will go. I'm willing to go. People are talking about you might have to even start wearing masks around the park.
I'd do it.
Whatever. Just get us back there. So
Yeah. Which, if you guys know us, it's literally killing us to not go. Like literally, I feel like my life is incomplete. Right
our
now.
routine is thrown. Everything's thrown because if we're not at the parks, we're watching vlogs, we're watching different YouTubers and Disney podcast
Movies,
episodes.
Disney movies.
The movies. Sometimes Disney parks will have live vlogs, and none of that is happening. And the things that are still happening, like our podcast that we watch, is all happening at home. So instead of
Which
seeing,
is strange.
yeah, so we're watching people on like Skype, or we're watching like Michael K, for instance. Every single one of his vlogs is at home now, which is fun to watch, but it's you don't get your virtual
Only
experience
for
at the
so
parks,
long.
right?
It's fun to watch.
So the last thing we actually got to do, our last day at Disney, we actually went to the opening day of Mickey's Runaway Railway.
It was a lot of fun.
Super fun, and it was a great last day. Like we didn't have like a very plain Jane last day. We had a great last
It was
day.
really good because we also went to celebrate his 30th birthday. So
Oh yeah, it
we
was
did
my
a lot of
birthday.
stuff.
We got pins, we
Yeah.
got shirts, we did a
We
lot.
We got drinks. We even ate at Boathouse.
But we got to, so first we woke up, what did we get up at 4 or 5 a.m.? We
Something like that.
got to Hollywood Studios.
By like 6:30, I think.
Yeah, and the line, as soon as we got there, they were already letting people in. And we got into a quote-unquote 5-hour line. Luckily, we only waited like an hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes the most. And we got to be virtually some of the first couple hundred, if not 1,000 people on the ride, and it was definitely worth the wait. When this whole thing blows over, I highly suggest you go and check it out for sure.
Yeah, it was a really fun ride. I was not excited about the 5-hour line. He was like perfectly okay with it. He was just happy to be there. It was his birthday, and he just didn't care. But I was just a little tiny bit bitter at the beginning because I was just like, why are we waiting in a 5-hour line?
I remember
Which I was obviously going to do it for him because it's his birthday and I love him.
I was trying to like
But
coach her through it, saying like this might be the last time, because it was rumored Disney would close. I actually didn't think it would happen. I didn't think it was going to get as
I
big
didn't
as it
think it would
was.
happen either.
But we had a little conversation in line, like this might be our last day here for a while, so we might as
Yeah.
well do this. So I'm definitely glad we stuck it out.
Because literally Disney has only closed for like a couple of the hurricanes, just with like damage and stuff. That's literally the only time that Disney has closed.
That's it. What was the last food that we ate? It was Boathouse, right?
Boathouse, yeah. I had coconut shrimp and fries, and I had some sort of beverage that lady made me.
It was like
Really good.
I don't know. I don't even know what she called it. Kind of like a hurricane.
Top 3 Disney World attractions
Oh,
Eddie.
we definitely gonna get to that. Actually, we'll dive into that in a second.
What did you eat? I forgot.
I got the burger. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a decent sized burger. The burger was the patty anyway. It was like this big. And this is from the Boathouse at Disney Springs. If you guys have never been, definitely check it out. We had a nice
You usually
view.
get those little steak slider things, but last time you had them, you didn't like them. They were like dry or something, weren't they?
Yeah, they have these filet mignon sliders, and they're usually delicious. But the last time I got it, it was literally like somebody threw it on the grill, flipped it, threw it on my too, which we kind of already said.
Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios.
Did we go anywhere else or no?
No, we just did that, and then went to the Springs.
Yeah, we did ride a couple rides though. Like didn't we ride Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster
Yep.
and Toy Story Mania? Yeah.
So that was our last Disney day.
Yep.
And if you guys want to see that day for my 30th and the opening day of
Yeah, we actually have a vlog for that.
Runaway Railway was our last vlog.
Yeah.
And it was a good vlog.
Mhm.
Good content, if I do say so myself. Explain to your future wife the Skittles story. So this is Josh down here, Joshua Hill. Hello, Joshua. And I've known Josh. Josh, when did we meet? 6th grade, something like that. And we used to hang out all the time. And then
I know of him from like school.
Oh,
I don't,
she
like,
knows of you.
I don't like know him.
you'll meet him one day. So one day when I first got my license, I was staying the night at his house. But you know how there was a curfew, like when you're 16, you have to go home at
Yeah.
11 or I think it's 10. It might have been 11. I don't know. But anyway, so we had my car at his house. So we were like, let's go to Walmart. We had nothing to do. We were like, let's just drive to Walmart. So this was on Beachside in like deeper OBC, kind of like Bicentennial. So we had a little ways to go. So we drive all the way there. We were running off a Vault. Remember the Vault? We were drinking Vault energy soda. And Josh buys a like shareable size of Skittles, like the big bag of Skittles,
Mm-hmm.
and opens it up. And Skittles literally went all over my car.
Oh,
It was
gosh.
a Ford Explorer, and the Skittles literally rainbowed, if you will, all over the car. And I had that car for like 2 or 3 years, and literally I was vacuuming up Skittles the whole time I had the car.
That's so funny.
Appreciate that, bro.
So back to Eddie. So the top 3 Disney World attractions. We can pick from any of the parks. Is that correct?
In all of the world, Eddie. There might be a delay in the chat.
I feel like that's going to be really hard to do though with 4 parks.
Let's do them separate. I'll do my top 3 and you can do your top 3. We'll probably
Okay.
share more than one, honestly.
He said yes.
He said yes.
What
So
was that face? Cute.
my number 1, and I've thought about this back and forth since we've been on each of them. My number 1 is going to be Rise of the Resistance. It is the most and go on a ride. You are fully immersed into a story. Number 2, I'm going to go with Avatar Flight of Passage, virtually because of the same reasons, but in a different sense. The ride vehicle is, I mean, you could call it like Sword 3.0, if you will. And then number 3, I'm going to go with Runaway Railway, basically because of the same reasons. They're really good at fully putting you into these rides now. And even if you look left, right, up, down, or in some cases backwards, you still feel like you are inside of a story and not just at a theme park pulling down a lap bar and just What are your top 3?
I think mine will go to, so my number 1 will always be Space Mountain, just because I just love that ride. It's a classic, and I feel like every time we go to Magic Kingdom, if I don't ride that ride, then I'm sad if that we didn't get to ride it. So that'll probably be my number 1. My number 2 is the same as yours, Flight of Passage, because it's just amazing. And like the first time I remember that we got off of it, literally both of us were like smiling from like ear to ear. And yeah, a little bit of crying, but I just remember us both like smiling and like looking at each other as we were like walking down the hallway and just smiling. Like we could not stop smiling, and we were just like literally my cheeks hurt from like smiling.
Took my breath away.
Yeah.
Like,
So
literally.
and I just like remember like you like screaming on the one part, like when it starts flying, you're
Yep.
like, "Whoa!" Just like it was just, I don't know. I just love that ride. So that's probably my second one. And then my third one, which sounds probably kind of lame to maybe some people, but I love Everest at Animal Kingdom. It's just like my favorite. And I always get super excited when we go on it. And yeah, I just love that ride.
I love Everest too. I actually watched
But it's really hard though to like pick only 3 from all 4 parks. There's a lot of good rides. I feel like it's easier to maybe do like top 3 from each park.
Yeah.
But those would be my top 3 if like I had to absolutely pick.
If I could only ride 3 rides in one day, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
So when are y'all going to show us the secrets of Disney we don't know about? Well, Mr. Josh, I'm sure you guys have worked your way through our videos already, but whenever this whole thing blows over, we can all have a Disney meetup day and all that good stuff. The thing I've been telling you about that you're really missing out on is the Disney resorts. Not even just staying at the resorts, but we often leave the parks to either explore just in general and kind of get an idea of where we want to stay next, or the dining. We go to the resorts to just eat, or in Polynesian's case, we've gone to Trader Sam's, but we also like to get a drink there and go sit out on the beach. You can go to Polynesian and get a drink, go out on the beach and watch the fireworks. There's limitless things to do.
I think that, I think we actually talked about it on Eddie's podcast. Just a lot of people will ask me how do you guys go so much and not get bored of it? And all they're thinking about is going to Magic Kingdom mostly, but going to just any of the parks and riding the rides. But we don't do that. One day we literally went and we were at Disney for 14 hours. 14 hours. And we went to Magic Kingdom.
3 days.
Yeah. Rented a boat, took a boat out. Then we left. We went over to Disney Springs and walked around, did some shopping, got a drink there. And then we ended our night at Boathouse, and we actually ended up eating outside. It was a nice, kind of not really chilly, but just a cool night. We sat outside and they had a bunch of lights and stuff outside. And then we actually seen fireworks from both sides. I think one from, which way was it? Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios?
No, it was Hollywood on one side and Epcot on the other side.
Yeah, so then we did that. We ended the night eating there and around pretty lights and fireworks literally coming from both sides. And that was our whole entire day. And we just did a lot of different things. And people don't think about that. A lot of people think that you can only go to the resorts if you're physically staying there. And that's not true at all. We literally go to the resorts all the time.
They welcome you. What?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Just recently we went over to the Riviera because we had never been there. We were at Hollywood Studios, right?
Yeah.
And we rode over on the gondolas, and we went there and we took pictures. Well, he took pictures of us.
You spilled your drink.
Then we went outside. Oh yeah, I spilled my drink. The guy gave me one for free, thankfully. But we walked around, walked out by the pool, sat out by this really cute little fire area with chairs, and just just hung out. And you can do that. You don't have to be staying there or have a reservation. There's ways of getting around it.
They want you to see it. I mean, it takes years to build these places, and they don't ever stop refreshing and refurbing. She also mentioned that we were on Eddie's podcast. Eddie is commenting right now in our chat if you're commenting along. Eddie Green's 101 is one of the best podcasts you can listen to, and we were lucky enough to be on it. And we got it was a 2 hour, 30-minute, 40-minute episode. And you can get to know all three of us a lot better if you want to do that. But
yeah.
It's not a Disney podcast in any shape or way or form. It is Eddie, how would you explain your podcast? All things in the
how we met, which a lot of people don't know how we met, but that was really cool to kind of tell our story and how we met and just how we kind of fell in love with each other and the love of Disney and just all that kind of stuff. So that was cool to kind of start out with that. And then we talked a lot about Disney, but then we also talked about just movies and
shows
different things
and
like
all
that
kinds
and
of
stuff. So it was cool.
Even a little Universal chat in there.
Yeah.
Not that we're anti-Universal, but we haven't gone together yet.
Mm-hmm.
So back to our topic of the last things we did and the first things we want to do. What is the first park you want to go to when we do go back?
I would probably say Magic Kingdom, just because I love all the other parks, but Magic Kingdom will just always be my favorite. I love the castle. I'm one of those girls that just loves the castle and like to take pictures of the castle, and it's just super magical, and I just really love Magic Kingdom. So probably Magic Kingdom. It just holds all of the nostalgia and all the original rides and stuff of Walt that he actually invented and stuff like that. So probably Magic Kingdom.
I'm on the fence. I either want to do Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom. I'm going back and forth, but it's probably going to be Magic Kingdom just because there's nothing like walking down Main Street the first thing in the morning.
I would even be okay with doing a half and half.
Yeah.
Doing morning Magic Kingdom and doing it an afternoon Animal Kingdom or something. Just, to do something else. Especially with who knows how long it's going to be until we go back. So
say we went to Magic Kingdom. What's the first thing you want to do there? The first ride you want to go on? So they say when you don't appreciate something until it's gone. Really missing the People Mover and just the little rides like that.
Yeah.
What is a food that you wish you could have right now and anywhere in Disney?
I feel like you know me well, and I think that you could probably guess it.
Crab?
Yeah. So that would be at Disney Springs at Paddlefish. I absolutely love crab, and honestly, I feel like next time we go there, because it's going to be so long that we haven't been there, I really want to try the king crab finally.
Oh yeah, we always look at it.
You've been trying
never
to.
get it.
He's been trying to get me to get it, and I just haven't gotten it yet. But I'm thinking that next time, since it'll be for so long, I think I might get that. What about you?
If I could have anything, I really want. I don't know, actually. It's kind of simple. I'm really craving a Dole Whip, like the pineapple vanilla swirl. But like, if we were just to go have a meal somewhere, I don't know. Oh, actually, I'm really missing Grand Floridian Cafe too.
Yeah, that's really good.
That was turn tracker question. Are we still buffering, or has it changed at all? I took my phone off the Wi-Fi trying to free up some traffic. I'll give you a second to respond because I need a little sippy sip.
I'll ask you a question then. I know you're saying that you wanted to try
peas.
I don't know what that means.
Josh got so mad because he was watching our one of our cruise vlogs, and we were at Castaway Key. Shut up. Or not Castaway Key. We're at what's the buffet called? Can't remember. But we were at the buffet on the ship, and he's looking at my plate, and he sends me a screenshot. He's like, "You ordered peas?
Oh.
Like out of everything on the buffet, you got peas?"
That was actually funny because when we watched that vlog, remember, I was like, I didn't even know you liked peas.
I do like peas.
Remember I said that? That's funny.
Okay, back to Eddie. Would you rather go to Animal Kingdom with Tim or...
While he's typing, I was gonna say you told me the other day that you wanted to try something new that we haven't done for food. What did you say that you wanted to try? Or ask if any of them have tried it.
I want to go to, like, you're not big on steak, but I want to go to like one of these renowned...
I'm talking about the place that you literally just told me about.
Which one?
Pandora.
Pandora.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Satuli Canteen.
Yeah.
I definitely want to try that too.
Have any of you guys tried it? He said that he really wants to go, and he was just telling me this yesterday that he really wants us to go whenever it opens back up. So have you guys tried it? It's in Pandora.
Next to Flight of Passage, and right next to where you would get the Night Blossom. I can't remember what the stand's called.
I don't remember either.
But it's like supposedly the best quick service on property because it's like food. It's like grilled. You can get grilled chicken, you can get steak and pork, and it's all like kind of like bowls, like with rice, or you can get quinoa or noodles and all kinds of. It looks really
Okay,
good.
so back to Eddie's question. I'll give you my answer, and then he can give you his answer. I would say that Josh is gonna say that he would go to Animal Kingdom with Tim, and I would go to Magic Kingdom with Jen.
That's precisely accurate. If you're watching and you don't know, our channel is basically inspired by the Tim Tracker. The Tim Tracker is like, in my opinion, probably, well, in our opinion, the go-to of like theme park and tourist attraction bloggers. The guy is Disney heavy and Universal heavy, but their fan base is up to almost 800,000 subscribers. And I'm sitting down one day and I'm watching just like Disney room tours and Disney hotel tours, and this guy pops up and I see the Tim Tracker. So I click on him, and this is like my portal into this world that we've entered of vlogging. I didn't know vlogging was a thing, nor I didn't know there was a Disney community. I didn't know there was this big fandom of people that all share the same interest, and it was fuel to the fire. So shout out Tim Tracker and Jen and Jackson and Bandit. But yeah, I would definitely go to Animal Kingdom with Tim. I feel like we would just talk about all kinds of stuff. And I feel like you have a lot in common with Jen too. So
Yeah.
that would kind of work out.
I just feel
good.
like because I'm a girl and she's a girl and he's a boy and he's a boy, I feel like it would just make sense. Like I feel like I would have more fun with Jen and he would have more fun with Tim, and like he said, like more in common. Also, I don't hang out with guys and he doesn't hang out with girls, so we don't work that way.
So when we get to finally go back, what's the first food you want to eat?
That's kind of like the same as like the restaurant question, isn't it?
It can be anything, snacks or whatever. Like we just walked in Magic Kingdom, and you want to eat something. What is the first thing you're going to go for?
If it's at Magic Kingdom, I've always wanted to try. I've actually never tried this before. But the what is it? The cheeseburger
The spring rolls.
rolls or
Yeah.
whatever.
We still haven't done those.
So Tim gets them a lot. And the last time we walked past it, there was just like one in there, and you could tell it was like extremely old, so we didn't get it. But that's just like something that kind of has been on my mind since we wanted to get it. Like this was like months and months and months ago. So I think that would be something I would maybe try. But something that we've tried there before already, I can't really name anything because I don't really like Magic Kingdom's food.
I wish now that we can't even go, I wish I tried more snacks. They have this candied bacon skewer in what is the American section of Magic Kingdom or Hall of Presidents? Oh, Liberty Square. They have this like outside kind of venue part where you can get this candied bacon skewer, and the bacon is like thick cut, like this thick. It's almost like pancetta. Like it's not even bacon anymore. It's this thick, and it's on a stick. And it looks so good. I always see people walking around with it. I've never had it. And Sleepy Hollow, if you're walking down Main Street on the left-hand side, right at the beginning of Adventureland, not Adventureland, Liberty Square again, right before you go in there, there's a little place called Sleepy Hollow. And they have a sweet and spicy chicken sandwich that's served on a waffle. And I always see it online. I always see it on Instagram, and I've never eaten it. And now I really, really want one.
Now he's making us change our answer.
Eddie, I'm going with Tim all day. I mean, nothing against Jen, but I don't want to hang out with Jen. Sorry. I want to meet the man. I want to meet the man behind the channel, because if you go all the way back to their first vlog, Tim said, well, he's got the quality of the camera he's using, like right now, is probably 480p. And it's all over the place. He's like in the car 1 second. He's like, I'm going to Best Buy to buy this cord. And the next part of it is basically ending the video. Like, well, I got the cord in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And that was when they started like literally daily vlogging. But I would like to get like a more in-depth story from him and how he got started and what his favorite things are at Disney and this and that. But I find myself.
Well, I guess we're picking Tim then, because I'll go with whatever he picks.
Yeah. He's just, I wish I knew him personally. He just comes across as like this really great guy. So you both would rather go with Tim. Interesting. Yes, both with Tim. Nothing against Jen.
Apparently Eddie would pick Jen.
Uh-oh. Eddie has a little crush. Okay, so if we haven't named it already, I don't think we did. What's the first restaurant you want to go to when we can go back?
We did already say that.
What did we say?
Well, I said
you said Paddlefish. I want to go to, I think, the Grand Floridian Cafe. Yeah.
Ew, you're lying. I know you're lying because you said the other day that you can't stand him.
I still like Adam Lapu. He's doing some funky,
I cannot with him.
Some funky videos right now that are they're kind of cringeworthy. He does like 10 and 12 push-ups in the beginning of each video. She came out here when I was watching it the other day, and she's like, what are you watching?
Honestly, if I had to pick anyone for us to hang out with for a vlogger, I would pick either Gary C, because I just think he's freaking hilarious, or Michael K, because he's just like pouring with positivity, and there would be like probably no way to have a bad time around him. I
still have to meet Michael again. I feel like he's like one of the most ones where
Eddie's taken in his mind.
Not sure by who, but I'm taking in my mind. So this guy, Michael K, he's pretty big. He's got, I want to say, close to 50,000.
You're taken by Jesse.
Subscribers now. Ooh. And when we were in line for Runaway Railway on the opening day, we're almost to like the inside part, and we saw his brother, because he features his brother on the vlogs. And then my mind immediately started racing, and my eyes just started going. Like, I'm looking like, where's Michael? And he was standing right behind him. And just out of instinct, like, I didn't even, it was uncontrollable. I was like, Michael! I think I put both my hands up, and he saw me. He couldn't step out of line, nor could I step out of line. But he shook my hand. He approached me, shook my hand. And real quick, as like we're separating, he's like, what's your favorite vlog? And I'm like trying to just spit out an answer, but couldn't take a picture or anything like that.
You were like the vlogs with your dad on the cruise.
Because you like him too. He has these vlogs with his dad.
He's so cute, and all he does is he has like this smile, and he just smiles the whole time. He's like the cutest little old guy ever.
Our vlog style is like kind of like a mixture of everyone that I've been influenced by, but like his vlog style is like he makes you feel like you're really there. I don't know if people feel like you're necessarily there with us. I'm just kind of showing you what we're doing, and it's kind of inviting you along to look through the camera what we're doing. But he puts this extra little step in there where you kind of feel like you're walking through the airport with him. You feel like you're getting on the flight, you're flying there, you're checking in. It's like every single little step.
Yeah, he makes it like really personal. He puts like a lot into it for sure.
Definitely a lot more than I do. I'm not even gonna lie. What is the first alcoholic beverage you want when we get there?
I don't remember what it's called, but the one that I get from Pandora World.
Oh, it's the Night Blossom, but it has alcohol in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has a different
rum.
name, but you add rum to the Night Blossom.
Yeah. I think you just tell them it's you just order a Night Blossom with rum. I think that's all it is. But that's really, really good. That's probably my favorite.
I want to go get, and I'm curious if they still have it. Remember the Lapu Lapu, the big pineapple drink we got at Polynesian?
Yeah, and that thing effed me up.
It's a strong one.
And we drank it in the morning. I was just like toasted the whole rest of the day.
Well, the thing is, it has like 2 rums in it, some tropical juices, some like mango, guava, pineapple juice, whatever. But they give you a floater of 151 Bacardi. So it's
Isn't it a pineapple? It's not a coconut.
It's made in a. Can I say coconut?
Yeah, I think so.
Whoops! It's made in a pineapple.
So you have to think about like a big pineapple, like it's filled with the whole entire drink. So it definitely gets you drunk.
But the thing, we're reading your comment, Josh. I got nothing. R.I.P. My answer was so behind. I was talking about the place next to Pandora. Oh yeah. Oh, you ate there? Satsuli Canteen? Let me know.
Also, we want to know what you thought and what you ate.
Right?
And was it good or was it not good?
Because I want the steak and rice bowl. Yeah. You're so descriptive. Thank you. But the Lapu Lapu drink, what your mistake was, they give you the 151. I don't know. That's his own, he's got his own lingo sometimes. Is that good?
You're making it hard for us.
I think he's saying it was good. Steak and rice bowl, boss.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'll probably get the chicken.
I'm going off your recommendation. Can you order your steak like medium, or they just give it to you whatever? Amazing, boss.
Anyways, what are we saying?
The Lapu Lapu gives you a floater of 151 rum. If you never had 151 rum, it's 151 proof. It's like one of the strongest alcohols on earth, as far as I know. They recently discontinued it, but you stirred up your drink. So you had a floater, but you added this crazy strong rum into your drink. So while you're sipping it,
I was toasted.
Yep.
Like, there's no other word for it besides toasted. And we literally went to a park after that, and I rode rides. So yeah, that was fun.
I like to save it and let it float, and then it's like having a shot at the end real quick. But they recently discontinued 151 rum.
Whatever they gave me.
You can't buy 151 anymore. Like whatever they had on the shelves until they ran out, then that's it. So I don't even know if Disney has it anymore, if they had a back stock, or if you can even get that drink anymore. Maybe they make it with a different rum on top. I don't know.
Probably because people were acting like fools.
Who?
I said probably because people were acting like fools. If it's really strong, it probably doesn't.
Yeah, I guess.
Because it's a family place.
What is the last piece of merchandise that we bought?
Well, you bought a shirt and 2 pins. I bought a shirt and a pin and my little beep beep.
The little stuffed. What are they called?
Wishables.
Wishables. They have these like they're little plushes. They're like this big, and you can get like the Epcot ball. You can get the Animal Kingdom tree, and they put little faces on them, like literally like a simple smiley face, like beep beep beep. But they had, on the day we went to do Runaway Railway, they had the car that Mickey and Minnie pull up in this little red convertible, and they're going on their little lunch day, and they're singing their song. Josh says, "Have y'all had those drinks?"
How do you show it?
There it is.
Here it is. Can't really see it that great, but it's so cute. I love it.
Beep, beep, beep. Josh says, "Have y'all had those drinks at the little stand outside of Pandora?" Yeah, they have. Wait, what stand?
Outside of Pandora.
Outside of Pandora.
I'm not sure what stand you're speaking of.
Because we've gone to Tiffins, but that's not a stand.
Do not know.
Are they alcoholic drinks? Right outside the store. I don't think we have. What is it? Have you?
Did we ever figure out who our third viewer actually was? I think Eddie was just kidding when he said. Pam
Yeah,
and
he said he
Dave.
was kidding eventually.
Yeah.
So we have Eddie, Josh, and we have one more viewer. If you'd like
Please say your name.
if you'd like to join us in the chat, feel free to ask us any questions or
It doesn't tell you.
no.
It's silly.
I don't know. It's like a little spot next to the restaurant. I don't know. I can kind of picture it, but that restaurant, if you're talking about Tiffins, you can go like I just seen some
Your
weird
parents
things
are
going
having
on.
dinner next to us.
If you go, there's a restaurant, it's called Tiffins, and if you walk past the host stand and you can see like this outside porch, and the porch is like a round porch, and it sits on that river right before the bridge to go into Pandora.
We actually have ate there.
It's a really cool break
Yeah.
like spot. They have good drinks. They have little foods, but all the food's weird. But it's a night. They have like rocking chairs and padded seating, like the nice outdoor furniture. And if it's not too hot out, like it's a real good place to just chill out for half hour, an hour or so.
Yeah.
If we were going back tomorrow, what's the first piece of merchandise you would buy if money wasn't an object? Well, let's say up to $100.
Probably either some new ears, even though I have a lot. I'm just obsessed with buying new ears. Or I really want to buy the art pieces from the Riviera. Apparently they have the Aristocats, which, if you guys know, I'm obsessed with cats, and the Aristocats is one of my favorite movies. And apparently they have some art that they sell there, and I really want to buy some for our future house that we're going to buy together.
We're
Coming soon.
saving for a house 2021. Hopefully.
Yeah,
That's the plan.
not hopefully, for sure. We have plenty of time.
Sure is.
Sure is what? Oh.
If I could buy anything,
I'm drinking a Seagram.
I'm gonna break my own rule. I don't even know why I said $100, but I'm definitely building a lightsaber like
I
as
knew you were gonna say
soon
that.
as possible.
What is the degree out here? It's kind of cool.
It's probably like 70. My friend Phil, shout out to Phil. I wish Phil was watching.
63.
63.
It's cold.
I've got to physically hold one in person now and actually feel how heavy and how high quality of product that it is. Like, it's not a toy. It is not. I mean, if your kid wants one, get your kid one, whatever. But when they drop it, that's on you. It is not a toy though. How many times am I gonna do this? They're made of like this cast iron, like literal metal. When you're taking it apart and putting your crystal in and everything else, like they probably weigh, I want to say anywhere from 15 to 20 pounds. And I want one so bad. I'm going to make a purple one. I've already decided. I don't know which design I'm going to choose, but that's like one of the first souvenirs I want to get. And side note, so we recently bought this 65-inch smart TV.
Did you tell Eddie about that?
I didn't. Eddie,
Listen up, Eddie.
also, thank you for helping us move, bro.
Yeah,
So
seriously, you were such a big help. We
we
appreciate it.
bought
a lot.
this 65-inch smart TV. It's 4K. It's the works. Everything on it is great.
And it's such a beautiful TV.
It's amazing.
It was such a beautiful TV.
So I'm setting it up. Our TV stand that we put it on never was big enough. So
It's only like this much on both sides, too long. But at our apartment, we had it to where it was sitting just right, to where it wouldn't budge at all.
was.
That's just a keynote in there.
So we go to reset it up after we moved. And by reset up, I mean lean it against the wall with no stand on it. It doesn't have the legs on either side. So we just lean it up against the wall. And we laid down one night. We put on Aladdin. The TV did a front flip off our TV stand, immediately shattered the screen. The screen popped out because the screen is like a windshield almost, and it can't just shatter.
Yeah.
And destroyed.
We were both laying down, so neither of us could catch it. He like gets up off the bed, like screaming, no, like, no, like in slow motion. No, there was no way.
I was laying in bed after that, after I tried to calm myself down.
Eddie, he said, is that where we're watching High School Musical 3? And he
Yeah.
said, oh, never mind. But just wait, there's more.
There's more. So after about 2 days of like trying to self-soothe myself, I'm like driving to work, like
He was very upset.
TV. Like, I'm at work. My TV. Like, I could not let this go.
Like, I was upset, but I knew, like, it happened. There was no taking it back, so I feel like I wasn't as upset with him. I was definitely upset because it's really a nice TV, and, like, we both helped buy it, but he was just, like, there was no letting it go.
In this.
There's no letting
Seething. So I had, like, 2 jars of change that it's probably, like, a couple $100, at least 120, 150. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use that. And then there's, like, some cash in there, too. I was like, that's, like, half of it almost. I get 5% off at Target with Red Card, and then I'll just pay the difference in cash, whatever. Who cares? So we go.
That's Josh said that's why I bought a projector that won't fall.
Yeah, for real. So we go back to Target. The TV on sale right now. It was $489 out the door.
It was the only one left, by the way.
One left. She rings it up. We pay for it, and then we start talking about our other TV that broke. Turns out you can return your TVs to Target within 120 days, and we just met that mark, so we can exchange the TV.
Get our money back.
All as
so
well.
We didn't lose anything.
My point is now that jar of change plus Eddie's gift card and one gift card I had before laying around is going to go towards the lightsaber. So the lightsaber will be happening as soon as I am allowed to go back and build it.
I also bought us a new TV stand off of Wayfair. That's what he was building before we started this.
So this is a nice break from doing that.
Live stream. So this TV stand will fit our TV on there with the pegs. So now we won't have to lean it up against the wall anymore and worry about it breaking. Right now we have it literally sitting in the box for like the past week because we just didn't want to put it up yet until we got the new TV stand. So he's building it now and we'll set up the TV tonight.
Shut up, Josh.
So it will be ready to be watched on tomorrow, Eddie, if you really want to watch High School Musical 3.
We've been, Eddie comes over and hangs and stuff, and it's like our tradition now after we're all said and done, because I believe we're doing another podcast tomorrow. And then we finish up the night watching High School Musical, which I am now a huge fan of. Thank you, Eddie. So we're going to run for another 2 or 3 minutes. We'll call it at 7:15. If anyone has any questions, or if our third viewer would like to identify yourself, now is the time. You mystery watcher.
Mystery watcher. Well, since I'm wearing this villain shirt, has Maleficent, the Evil Queen. I can't see. Who else is on my shirt?
Maleficent, Cruella, Evil Queen.
Cruella and Ursula. That's Ursula.
Ursula, Evil Queen.
That's Evil Queen. This is Maleficent.
Did I buy you that one? Is that the one from Target?
Yeah, I think you bought it.
Maybe
you didn't. I don't know. Anyways, what is y'all's favorite villain? Mine is Maleficent. Obviously, I actually named my brand new 2020 Malibu car after Maleficent. She's black, so that's her name. What about you?
They kind of vary. I really like Scar, just because he's like the most sarcastic, you know what, that there is. And I really like Jafar.
He's a true villain. He's an asshole. Sorry, I don't even know if we're allowed to say that online. But.
Well, now this video will never be monetized ever at all. Maybe I can bleep that out later. But I really like Jafar. And
you can only pick one.
No, I can't.
I said one.
No.
Yeah.
Fine. Oh, and I like Hades too.
You have to pick one. Which one would you pick out of the two? You would pick Hades. You've already said that was your favorite villain before.
I'm going to stick with Scar. No, Hades.
What about you guys?
Favorite villain, male or female?
Favorite villain. Doesn't matter who it is. Has to be a Disney villain, obviously.
Isn't that villainous? The fog?
Yeah. And my blue drink for Hades.
There you go. It's a blue Hades. Yeah, here comes Pops.
Here comes the dogs again.
Zurg.
Who's your favorite villain? You can be a part of our vlog. Who's your favorite villain?
Me.
He said me.
Okay.
No, who's your favorite villain? Who's your
Mr.
favorite
Incredible's
Disney
not a villain, bro.
The Walking Dead.
No.
All the dead.
No, from Disney.
I don't have one.
Well, he said he doesn't have one, so. Mr. Incredible. He's not a villain.
It's a hero.
Oh, Zurg. I think I remember you saying that.
Shut up.
Well, at least he picked. Your dad didn't pick one at all. Anything else?
I just want to know who our third viewer is. Just say something.
Just say something.
Just say hi.
Just say hi. Eddie thinks it's John.
I don't think so. That's all right.
It could be one of my friends. You know,
Could be.
I shared it on mine. It could be one of Eddie's friends. He shared it on his page too.
This is true.
There's a lot of people it could be, honestly.
Well, if you want to follow us, you can. It's me.
It's me.
We got 2 accounts going.
Well, yeah, one day in the maybe not super near future, but maybe sometime this year, we can all go to Disney. And Eddie, you're gonna have to buy a ticket, obviously, because doesn't Josh have a annual pass? He has an annual pass holder too now, right?
Him and his girlfriend, or him and his wife. Sorry, they have passes. Eddie, we will start you a GoFundMe and get you an annual pass. But yeah, maybe.
He can get like the little the Florida resident thing where you get like a 4-day pass for like it's like $100 and something.
There's always discounts and all kinds of stuff. Yes, ma'am. Wife, boss. Josh is happily married. Thank you.
The other Josh, not you, Josh.
Not yet.
Not
I
yet.
am happy though. I happily take him.
We're like pretty much married.
Basically, we've lived together since 2016. So, your turn. You gonna come? Don't make me. We always talk about having a Disney wedding. It's very expensive, but I also have to pay.
Hey, at least now we have friends to invite. We always kept like saying like we had no friends to invite to
This is
our
true.
wedding. Now we have friends to invite.
I'll hand out the rings. You gonna
Okay.
hold a little pillow for me, bro?
Oh look, you'll have some groomsmen.
This is nice.
Before we talked about like just not having a wedding party because he didn't really have like guys that he would actually put in our wedding, but I think you guys might be
I
contestants.
think you're invited. The Skittles. I hate you.
Skittles.
I mean, you know what? At your table, gonna be a big old. I'm not even gonna take them out. Just a bag of Skittles, just thrown on the table, exploded all over the table, just for you. Clean it up. So, I think that's gonna do it for us.
Yeah, he's got to go finish building our TV stand so we actually watch our new TV tonight.
Yeah. Eddie's got.
Eddie said he's honored. Aw.
Eddie's got like 10 minutes.
We love you,
before
Eddie.
He starts his live stream, so we will be tuned into that. If
You can just turn it on while you're building the stand. You can actually have something to occupy you.
this is true, but if you want to follow us,
Except for Eddie, I'm sorry we won't be able to watch you on our big ass screen like you said before. We won't be able to watch you on that tonight.
if you want to follow us on our future adventures, if you're not already subscribed, you can find our channel directly on this. Whatever you're watching now, there should be a link for you to click. Go ahead and thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.
And we'll see you tomorrow, Eddie.
Bye, Eddie.
Bye.
Jay Hill, I'll text you.
Bye, Josh. I'll text you.
Oh.